Hey, moose. Hey, moose, moose. What's up, everybody? I am in Rich County, Utah. It's in the top right corner of the state. And if you didn't know, I have two goals in birding at the moment. The first is probably going to be a lifelong goal. That's to get 100 species of birds in every state in the United States. The second goal is to get 100 species in every county in the state of Utah. There's 29 counties in the state of Utah. I think I have 104 or 5. So Rich County, I'm sitting at 24 birds. So I'm trying to boost up those numbers today. I am in the middle of the mountains here on a beautiful trail, hoping not to run into any moose or bear. There have been 2 run-ins with bear this week in the state of Utah. Both people are okay. One person was actually bit by the bear, and they're probably okay because we only have black bears in our state. We do not have grizzly bears. So I'm gonna keep my eyes out for that, my fingers crossed. But you can't let fear rule your life. The chances of me running into one of those animals is small, and then one of those animals actually coming after me is even smaller. So let's see what birds we can find. Got my first bird on camera on this trail. Unfortunately, I don't really know what it is. It looks like a younger bird of some type, and unfortunately I don't have service. Let me know in the comments below, what bird is this on the screen, or that was on the screen? And by the end of this video, I'll give you an answer. I should have it figured out by then, hopefully. Definitely psyching myself out. But you know that moment where birds are calling and everything, and then the forest just goes completely dead silent? That's what I'm going through right now. And yeah, probably scaring myself. They're probably silent because of me. It's just an awful feeling. I really need to go birding with people. Got a little sidetracked. There was a bird call that I didn't recognize. I chased the bird for a while. It looked like it had a little bit of red on it, which to me indicated like a red-breasted nuthatch, but I recognized that call. And then Merlin picked up chestnut-backed chickadee, which I don't think that's what it was. Anyways, I ended up getting a glimpse of the bird. I think they ended up being chipping sparrows. We're gonna continue walking here along this trail. It's opened up a little bit around me. Really beautiful out here. I did recently go to Antelope Island, but I didn't want to do a video about Antelope Island for like the 6th time. So I'll just tell you some of the highlights of the birds that we got while we're walking along this path. Obviously, on the causeway out to Antelope Island, we picked up some pretty cool birds. We picked up your American avocet. We got ourselves a willet as well. We picked up some ring-billed gulls, as well as some California gulls. But my favorite bird from the causeway was actually the Franklin's gulls. Now these gulls were lined up along the shore, just tons of them, hundreds of them. And there were so many bugs in the air that you can see them just having a feast, and they're just biting at the air constantly as if they're breathing. And it was absolutely amazing. They were gulping in these flies that were out on the island. Pretty amazing stuff to witness and see. Probably one of my highlights of that trip for sure. Let's continue walking, see if we can find a bird actually up in these mountains here. Again, it's gone completely silent, but I know there should be things like Clark's, nutcrackers, and stuff up here. The #1 birder at this hotspot only has 22 species, and I think we have 3 or 4 on our list. It's not an easy spot to get birds, but absolutely beautiful out here. Just as I mentioned earlier, there are chipping sparrows up here. Finally picked one of those up on camera, so great to get the chipping sparrow on camera. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, would you look at that? People built rocks on top of rocks. And the view out here is incredible. Just insane. Picked up a dusky flycatcher to add to our list for the day. Nothing new, but we are building up our Rich County list. We also got some yellow-rumped warblers, not on camera, and some mountain chickadees are calling from the trees as well. So we're just trying to get up to, I don't know, 30, 40 would be optimistic. 30 would be more realistic. So trying to get up to about 30 species today. I have about 3 years left here guaranteed in the state of Utah. I would love to break 100 in every county, but some of these counties haven't even seen 100 species in the year yet. Probably because they're underbirded, but we are going to try our best. Another bird that we saw on Antelope Island is a fan favorite. That is the burrowing owl. Now the burrowing owl is such a beautiful creature. We were able to see one perched up on a rock right in plain view for us. That was absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. So there are a few more birds that we saw on Antelope Island that I will flash back to shortly. Let's head down this trail and see what other wildlife we can find. Picked up a chipmunk on camera. Actually okay with that mammal running into. They're actually really beautiful right now. They have the stripes and a lot of red coloration as well. I have a lot of respect for those photographers and videographers that go after carnivores like bears, wolves, mountain lions, etc. on their own too. It's pretty impressive what they do to go to find those creatures, and the fact that they want to get as close as possible. And here I am walking through the woods hoping I don't even encounter a moose. If you're one of my friends, you know that I have an irrational fear of some of these animals, especially if I'm walking through the woods and talking as loud as I am. Most likely those moose and bears are going to be far away by the time I get anywhere close to them. So we're gonna keep on walking down this trail, see what else we can find. Just picked up a juvenile robin. We'll take it. Honestly, I'd just rather have a bigger list than a smaller list out here today. And this is why you bring a map, because there's no directions on a sign and I don't know which way to go. So probably just gonna go back. When in doubt, don't guess, just go back the way you came. Picked up a western tanager to add to our list today. I believe it's a female, so pretty cool on that bird as well. While we were at Antelope Island, there was actually, when we got to Gar Ranch, which is one of the best places in Utah to pick up vagrant species, we actually picked up a common nighthawk sleeping in a tree right outside the parking lot. So once again, got common nighthawk on camera, taking a little snooze. Really awesome looking birds. You've seen them on the channel before if you've been watching for a while, but you don't get to see those every day. So super happy about that. Also picked up while we were at Antelope Island, pretty decent shots at Gar Ranch of a Bullocks oriole as well. So that's another bird we could add to our list for the day there. This thing's like the mascot of the trail. No sign of that Clark's nutcracker. I also wanted to let you guys know that on August 17th, I'm actually hosting a bird walk. It'll be at Bountiful Lake or Bountiful Pond, depending on what map service you use. I believe it's officially called Bountiful Lake on the sign outside of the property, but the actual entity in Google Maps and Apple Maps is Bountiful Pond. Anyways, on eBird, it's also listed as Bountiful Pond. I will be leading a bird walk there. Not really leading, it's just for anybody who wants to come and look at birds and appreciate birds. We're gonna meet there. The details for that event will be in the description below. I'd love to have anybody there that's, you know, in the area or will be in the area for August 17th. Changed my mind and didn't take my own advice. Apparently the path is only supposed to be about 2 miles, so can't imagine that we're on the wrong one. There was no break-offs advertised when I got here, so if you find this recording, I didn't listen to my own advice. Always listen to your own advice. Hey, moose. Hey, moose, moose. Hey, moose. All right, so you may have heard me talking to an animal back there. Something huge came running through the trees to my right. You don't want to come upon a big animal like a bear or a moose without letting them know that you're there, because that's typically when they lash out, because they get scared just like you get scared. And so that's why I started with a very loud voice saying, hey moose, hey moose. It ended up crashing off into the distance, but in doing so, I actually flushed this beautiful creature right here. And this is one of the best moments that I've had. If you don't like a little bit of blood, maybe skip the next 20 seconds or so of this video. It's not too much, but there is a little bit, but check this out right here. Honestly, I was very nervous about the moose being so close by, but when I saw that bird, I got those shots. There's actually 2 of them, probably a pair, but when I got those shots, totally forgot about the moose for a little bit. I was in complete bliss watching that beautiful hawk. Absolutely amazing to get that on camera. Best footage I've gotten of that bird in a little bit. For some reason, I always catch them eating, so if you check out some of my other videos, you can get more footage of that beautiful creature. So we're going to continue along this trail. I'm not sure we will find anything else, but I'll keep you updated. And would you look at that, right over the horizon over there, right over here, that's Bear Lake right there, the heart of Rich County. They call it the Caribbean of the Rockies because the water is such a bright blue color. You can't really tell from here, but it's absolutely beautiful. So why is this trailhead kind of sponsored by Clark's Nutcrackers? Well, every year Clark's Nutcrackers plant 30,000 seeds of timber pines along this trail out here. Now they're not planting them to have the trees grow or anything. They're actually caching them for later on. They rely on landmarks, actually. They're really intelligent birds, and they, you know, they look at that rock or that tree and they recognize that they've buried a seed there. Now, when they forget those seeds, they grow into these big timber pine trees. So pretty cool how birds help the environment to thrive. All right, so just wrapping things up real quick. We ended up getting 34 species in Rich County. We ended up with 10 new species at this hotspot, so that's pretty good. Kind of right in the middle of my optimistic goal and my realistic goal as well. So 34 species, not too bad. We've got 3 more years to get 100. I'm sure we will climb the ladder. Let me know in the comments below, do you like this format of video where I'm trying to break 100 species in each county in the state of Utah? Obviously, some of these counties will be much, much further away. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright Eyed Birding.